Well, guys, we finally did it. We're at the end of the Wes Anderson series. And did this one pay off? Let's find out. What is up, my fellow movie lovers, and welcome back to the Luke Ponso channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video here today. Hope you all enjoy your stay, and let's get another movie review out of the way. Because today, guys, we're finally going to finish up my Wes Anderson series by looking at his most recent film, The French Dispatch. Once again, directed by Wes Anderson himself, like all of these films were that I have reviewed. And this one has a humongous cast, including Benicio del Toro, Timothee Chalamet, Edward Norton, Bill Murray, Frances McDormand, Christoph Waltz, Elisabeth Moss, Adrien Brody. This has a humongous cast of talent right here. That's really what Wes Anderson's known for, so oh boy, what do we got here today? And this movie is a love letter to journalists set in an outpost of an American newspaper in a fictional 20th century French city that brings to life a collection of stories published in the French Dispatch. So because I did not finish up my Wes Anderson series until the day before this movie came out on Blu-ray, I didn't see this in theaters, so I actually went out and bought the Blu-ray for the French Dispatch, which you guys have seen in my Blu-ray collection. I did tell you guys that this was the last film of my Wes Anderson series that I needed to review, because this is the only one I haven't reviewed yet. So I watched this as soon as I bought the Blu-ray. Like, once I bought the Blu-ray, when I got home from work, I popped it in, and holy bananas. This is one of Wes Anderson's best, for sure. I mean, I pretty much love all of his films except for The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. But this is it was definitely close to the top 5. Like, this was the most, like, with Moonrise Kingdom, starting with Fantastic Mr. Fox, Moonrise Kingdom, The Grand Budapest Hotel, and then Isle of Dogs, I pretty much gave all those an A+. But this movie has one small issue, which I will get to in a little bit. But this movie is told in 3 different stories. First story that involves Benicio del Toro, who's in jail, and he is an artist. Like he sells a lot of art, and then he kind of has like a little crush on Seydoux, which plays as the security guard. And also Adrien Brody is also part of this story as well. And I think all 3 of them turn in phenomenal performances. Especially Benicio del Toro in his first outing from a Wes Anderson movie. And I really think for him, he has the potential to actually be in a lot more Wes Anderson films going forward, even after the next film that we're going to get from him called Asteroid City, which I will be reviewing when that comes out. But with this film, I really think he gets his time to shine in the first story, along with Adrien Brody and Seydoux. They all get their time to shine in that first story. The third, basically these are all 3 stories, they consider the best stories that were taken from the French Dispatch. I don't know if I would say the best, like 3 best. Seeing as the second story didn't really click with me, if I'm going to be honest. It just felt one note and plain, in my opinion. And the second story did involve Timothee Chalamet, and in his first outing for a Wes Anderson flick. This guy was in 3 movies this year. Let me repeat that. 3 movies. We had Dune, this, and Don't Look Up. This man is a workhorse, dude. Timothee Chalamet is a workhorse. I think he did great in the second story, but again, the story as a whole for the second story just felt plain to me. And I can tell that Wes Anderson is playing with the style a little bit, because there were times where it goes to color, then back to black and white. And there's even a time at the third story where it goes kind of animated. And I'm like, okay, he really is playing with the style a lot. And I can admire that. I really do admire that about this movie. The style that he chooses. And how he plays with the style of this film, the aesthetic of it. And it pretty much is like an older film aspect ratio, like where you see those black bars on the side of the screen, and it works fine for like the purpose of this movie. Like, it just works fine for me. I mean, some people would be bothered by that kind of aspect ratio for a film like this. But this was back in the old days, so basically, Wes Anderson had the style to actually, kind of make it look like it was a film that was made back in the old days. And I think it actually works really well, given the talent that Wes Anderson has. Like, I don't really have any doubts in this guy. Like, this movie, like, will never let you doubt Wes Anderson, like, or even a film like Moonrise Kingdom or The Grand Budapest Hotel or Fantastic Mr. Fox. Like, you can't really doubt Wes Anderson when it comes to films like that. And thinking about it, like, even for his next film coming up, Asteroid City, I have no doubts in him at all. He hires an A-list cast. I mean, he can always have an intriguing story. Like, all you need is a great cast and an intriguing story by Wes Anderson, and then you got me sold. That's all you need for a Wes Anderson film to me. And that's what this film does. It has a compelling story. Well, technically 3 stories. Maybe not the second one. To me personally, the second story did not work with me. Like, if the second story worked, I would have given this film a perfect grade. But the second story just didn't really click with me, if I'm going to be honest. Like, it just felt plain. But the third story has some really great performances by Jeffrey Wright, Edward Norton. Frances McDormand was also part of the second story, and I thought she did great as well. Christoph Waltz was great. Pretty much the whole cast was great. Elisabeth Moss, Bill Murray was fantastic in the movie. Like, pretty much everybody in here was fantastic. I can't really point out, like, one, like, bad performance in The French Dispatch. Because of this film, like, Wes Anderson knows how to write his characters and give them some great lines to not make us even be bored with these characters. Like, he just really knows how to make some really compelling stuff in his story. Like, it just works to me. Like, I just love Wes Anderson's style, and The French Dispatch is quirky, it's funny, it's charming, and like, this is a Wes Anderson film. Like, this is the most Wes Anderson-iest Wes Anderson movie. Like, it just works. It just works so well. The second story, once again, threw me off a little bit. It was kind of but the first story and the third story were fantastic. It involves great performances, great writing, and a fantastic score. That The French Dispatch is one that you should not miss. And I'm gonna give The French Dispatch an A. Absolutely check this out if you're fans of Wes Anderson like me. I know I did not get a chance to see this in theaters because, well, my area was not playing this movie for some odd reason, but at least I was able to give it a watch on Blu-ray. As you can see, like, I have it behind me. But I'm very happy that I finally got to watch this film. And guys, the series is finally done. Well, in regards to the reviews, but I will be putting together a ranking here fairly soon. So you guys got that to look forward to. I'm going to try to get a couple people on that have seen all of all 10 of Wes Anderson's movies. I am very excited to bring on the panel for you guys. So this is all my opinion. What do you guys think of The French Dispatch? Is this your favorite Wes Anderson film? Was this one of your favorite films of 2021? And also, make some noise down in the comments below. What was your favorite story of The French Dispatch? And also, I just love talking about movies with you guys, so make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. This channel is on the road to 200 subscribers, so I hope to reach that goal fairly soon. And also, it will also make it beneficial for you guys to see my content as soon as possible by hitting that notification bell, so that we can get notified of every single video I upload here on the channel. And also, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up as well, because it's very beneficial for me to get this content out there. You guys are seriously awesome. I cannot thank you guys enough for your support that has come up to this point. I cannot wait to bring you guys so many more movie reviews in the year of 2022 and some really awesome physical media content and live streams. You guys seriously are the best. Once again, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content from me, make sure you subscribe. I will see you guys next time.